Welcome to another episode of our 2022 road trip. This is part 7. When we woke up in the morning of our 15th day, we saw a gaggle of geese and goslings right outside of our RV. They were staying there for a long time eating breakfast. Then all of them jumped to the fast-running river one by one. Bye-bye, geese! We drove about 4 hours to our next destination, Fossil Butte National Monument. We saw a few cow roundups on our way. Wyoming was so beautiful. We stopped at a random spot to have lunch, and it was a part of Oregon Trail. We had lunch with a nice river view. Finally, we arrived at our destination. We did not have high expectations for the Fossil Butte National Monument. Surprisingly, it had the nicest visitor center ever. The path to the visitor center is fenced with Journey Through Time. We could check out the timeline of everything that happened in Earth. It was very cool. The visitor center was not busy at all. They had a free pressed penny machine. We got this cool fossil pressed penny and made a little donation. The visitor center was not that big but filled with cool fossils. My brother and I explored through exhibits to fill our Junior Ranger booklet. We saw fossilized fish, insects, plants, reptiles, birds, and mammals. This area used to be a lake 56 million years ago. They call it Fossil Lake. We got to see these living organisms that lived in or around the fossil lake. We finished our booklets and received the Junior Ranger badges. On the way out, we continued to the rest of the Journey Through Time. We went to our campground for the night and had some burgers for dinner. On the 16th day of our road trip, we had a flat tire on the way to a fossil quarry. Luckily, my dad was able to switch it to the spare tire, so we could continue our journey. The road to the fossil quarry includes 14 miles of unpaved rough road, but we made it safely. First, we checked in at the office. These are samples of fossils, and the staff taught us how to use the tools. We used a chisel and a hammer, and basically, you split the rocks to find a fossil. It was very windy and super dusty at the quarry. Everybody worked really hard to find a fossil. No one was getting anything for a while, but slowly, everyone started finding fish fossils. 2 hours flew by, and we cut around our fossils to bring them home. These are our fossil collections. After the fossil digging, we headed south. For some reason, we saw many flocks of sheep on our way to Utah. We made it to an RV resort in Utah finally, and we got some barbecue dinner from a local restaurant. That's it for our 16th day. I hope you enjoyed our video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode.